All right. Well, it is 2 o'clock, so we are going to get started, everybody. Laura, can you hear me okay now? Thumbs up. All right. Okay. Perfect. My name is Peggy Emerson. I am the president of the Fairfield Chamber of Commerce, and this is my fourth CareerFest, which is very exciting. I can't believe we've done this many. Well, they did one before I got there. So I just want to run through a couple things, but as we get started. First of all, just to share, I think a lot of you guys have heard me say this before, but let me thank everybody for participating in CareerFest. This is a great opportunity that I look at every year for our kids who are kids who don't know what they're going to do as soon as they graduate. We have a lot of great kids who know what they're doing as far as college goes. We have a lot of great kids who know what they're going to be doing as far as their technical skills go. But we have a lot of kids who really don't know what's next. So the great purpose of CareerFest is to show them all these phenomenal opportunities that they have with some little bit of training, other things going on, that they can, or just go straight into a career with that organization. So let me say up front that we don't really consider this a job fair, but if a kid gets an internship or gets hired from CareerFest, we give that a big thumbs up. That is not a negative in any way, even though that's not necessarily our focus on this. So I am going to real quick show a video from 2024. Unfortunately, last year our sound got all messed up, so you have to look at 2 years ago for those of you who haven't been there. So we'll just take a few minutes and watch this.
We're here today for our third annual CareerFest at Fairfield High School. We are so excited to be here today. We have more companies and organizations today than we ever have. Today is all about educating students and helping them achieve dreams that they didn't even know were possible. What's really great is that the Chamber and the city and Ohio Mean Jobs has listened to area companies and organizations, and we heard their need. It's workforce development. What better way to start than with juniors and seniors right here in our own backyard?
I think it's really an awesome opportunity to not only speak to all the community partners and organizations that really are here to help students and support them as they take this next step in their life, but also how many opportunities students have. Just knowing that there's so many different career fields, there's internships that you can do over the summer to explore those career fields, and there's different organizations to help equip you with the education you need to excel in those career fields. And I think it's great to have it all in one place during school hours that we have an opportunity to go to free of cost.
We're here to really show high school graduates where they could ultimately find a career. We have a lot of different avenues in the healthcare industry. There's a lot of different options out there, and we're here just to really open the door to the high school graduates and let them know what all's out there and what's available to them.
We got a lot of success last year with it. This is like year 3 that we've done this. We've heard a lot of positive feedback from students, either getting a summer job or just being able to network. It was actually cool. I ran into a student that graduated in 2021. That's a firefighter that's working here today and with the event. So it's very neat to see those kids being able to come back to the same place that they went not too long ago and be able to give those same experiences back to our students.
The goal today in educating students about their future and the options that they have isn't just about college. It's about all of the industries that serve our local community and beyond. These students today are going to meet and greet with tons of companies that are not college required. You don't have to have a degree, and so we're really excited today to see these students learn about trades, to learn about manufacturing, and to learn about hospitality. It's going to be a great day.
So that gives you a little overview. I just want to say, if you have any questions as we go along, to please feel free to put those in the chat. We are recording this for people to watch later, so I don't know what all these this is a new one on me. A lot of AI chat bots, I think, saying that they're going to record. But if you have any questions, please put them in chat. We'll address those at the end. And right now, I'm going to throw to Nathaniel Kalin with the City of Fairfield's Economic Development Department to share a little bit about some general student things.
All right, thanks, Peggy. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. This started, Peggy mentioned, I think this is going into our fifth or sixth year, and we do it for the students, but the big impetus really for starting it was to do it for our local businesses because we were hearing that you guys were not getting resumes from Fairfield High School graduates. You weren't seeing those students applying. And so we said, hey, there's an education gap here. We need to make sure that our companies are connected with our students and they know about the opportunities to stay here and locally and have great careers. So thanks for being here. Just to kick us off to talk about some general logistics, the event is targeted for juniors and seniors, and so unlike some events, career fairs that you may have heard of at other high schools where they'll, just put something on the intercom, and if you want to come down, you can or not. This actually will filter through all the juniors and seniors at the high school throughout the day. So there's approximately 1,200, maybe more juniors and seniors that will come through the arena at some point during the day. They come during their English session, during their English classes. Their teacher will bring them down. So they'll kind of come in waves, and there'll be some quick breaks in between. Most periods are about 40 minutes. It gets a little more messed up during the lunchtime where there's some quick sessions, but and typically you'll see a few less students in the afternoon, but it's a full day. You may want to consider a couple shift changes if staying there the whole day might fatigue you, but we want you there all day for all 7 periods because we want to make sure that all the students have the availability to hear from your company, from your business. There is Wi-Fi available, and that will be within the materials that Peggy provides. And We're also asking for door prizes. One of the main ways that we basically drive student engagement is they're all going to get a passport, and it's going to ask them to visit so many booths in each different section. And so they Part of the incentive to complete your passport, give it back to us, is door prizes at the end of the day. So if you bring a door prize, you can just leave it on your table in the morning. We'll come around and pick those up, and then we'll distribute them to students later on. So, you want to keep going, Peggy?
Yeah, good.
All right. So the school day does start at 8 a.m. So on Thursday, school start at 8. But as you can imagine, there's a bunch of activity happening as school buses are coming in, parents are dropping off kids to come to school in the morning. So we want you all to be there by 7:30 in the morning. That also helps you guarantee that you're going to get a parking spot. Not necessarily guarantee, but have a much better chance at having close parking. But try to plan on being in place by 7:30, being parked, and starting to make your way in the door by 7:30. You're going to want to enter through door 8, and we'll have a map later on to show you where that's at, kind of in the back against the freshman school building. Don't go to the office. They won't know how to process you there. They'll want to make you sign in and things like that. So it'll be a lot quicker if you just make your way towards door 8.
Yep. Yeah, that is, we had some people go to the office in the past. Just please get there early. And that is, yeah. And if you don't get there early, you're not allowed to complain that you didn't get a parking space because it is insane. So I'm going to introduce right now.
Hey, Peggy.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about setup yet. I didn't see that on the slide.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I skip to? I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's not on the slide, so I didn't talk about it yet. But so setup is on Wednesday. So
that's after Joe. That's after Joe. That's
is that after Joe? Okay,
that's
perfect.
after Joe. All right. I'm going to introduce Joe Mulberg. Joe is assistant principal there at the high school. He's doing some really exciting things with an apprenticeship programs, some great things that are going on there. So, Joe, I just want to give you about 5 minutes to share a little bit about what you guys are doing, what you're looking for partnership-wise, especially, and what these companies can look forward to meeting with the students that you've been working with.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Peggy. Thanks for thinking of me and letting me chat a little bit. I just put something in the chat. I know I have brief time, so Peggy, you don't need to open it up for screen share, but I want to put that as a visual in front of your all's radar. It's got my email on it as well. I'll be around during the career fair day, meeting each of you and checking in. But really going back with what Nathan said with the city of Fairfield, like seeing that gap from the school into employment is huge. I graduated here in '09. Majority of my friends, school, college is where we were headed. And while that certainly is still a path, half of our students are not. And so where I've really seen it as a goal is what does it look like to bridge that gap? What we're doing is we're connecting with local businesses. I've chatted with a handful of you in the room already. And really what we're trying to do is see what's striking that right balance of benefiting you as the business, benefiting us as the school to say, how can we bridge that gap? Just for reference, in partnership with the local electrical union, 6 seniors were recently accepted into their apprenticeship. We worked on a partnership where they did some online curriculum this year. Once a month, they went over and got hands-on at the union. And then I targeted 11 kids for it. And so far, 6 of them have entered into it. And the other 5, they haven't applied yet. They're working toward applying. So that's the kind of stuff we're up to. I saw Elite Welding in here, and really the sky's the limit. I said, hey, Ben, after you run these in-house sessions, would you want to bring your truck and kids can learn how to weld? And he was like, yeah, let's go. Peggy heard about that, and she was like, what if we wrote a grant, and then maybe we could get something that's not so dangerous? So anyway, now we got a virtual welder, and when Ben comes in, we break out the virtual welder, and kids are they're hungry to see that they can contribute, and it doesn't have to look like a traditional 4-year sentence. They can make money right now. All of that to say, we've got slated 13 different local businesses that we're partnering with next year. It looks like a range from bringing a member of your team in for about 6 sessions over the course of the year to sending our kids to you and meeting everywhere in between. So it's flexible to your needs, but really we've connected with 400 kids from last January through these experiences. So my contact info is in a slide. If you're like, hey, let's chat some more, I'd like to figure out what this might look like, we'll talk, and I'll be around on Thursday as well. But thanks for your investment in our kids and our community.
It is such an exciting program. And the virtual welder will be at CareerFest. We also have Employee Bridge. That's a new thing this year, coming to bring a virtual forklift and some other cool virtual things that the kids will be able to experience. So got a lot of good new things coming this year. Nathaniel, I'm going to throw it back to you. I'm going to go to the next slide here for setup.
Excellent. So here's our map. And discussion about setup. So we recommend that you consider setting up your table on Wednesday. Some people do choose to set it up quickly on Thursday morning, but often people like to set up Wednesday. It relieves the stress in the morning. You know you're set up, you know where you're going. On Thursday morning, you just have to show up and be awake and copy in your whatever. But the setup will be Wednesday from 3 to 5. Please don't try to arrive too early. We have some folks who will show up at 2:30 or 2, and we're just getting the tables up and marked and sorted. And so if you can come closer to 3 and after, that's helpful. Again, you're going to want to enter door 8, which is in the back. I often, if I'm coming to the high school off of Route 4, I'll go up Holden, make a left on North Gilmore, and kind of enter the driveway that's across from Jungle Gyms there. That's a little more convenient. You can also circle around, but just for reference there. Again, the event is starts at 8 a.m. is when the school day starts. So we recommend you show up on Thursday between 7:15 and 7:30. And the day goes until 2:30 when school ends. So again, we really want you to stay the whole day. Make sure that the kids, every kid has a chance to see you, so those 7th period kids don't miss out on seeing what you have to offer. I know that's a long day for some people. It's a fun day. The kids are always coming in and out. So if you're talking to kids, it'll go quicker than you think. But if you have an opportunity to have, someone come and relieve you, if you're, or to come give you a break during the day, sometimes other folks have done that. So when you get there, be sure to check in with a volunteer both days. For security reasons, we got to have you sign in and all that. But we'll keep that moving quickly. Again, just try not to go to the office. That won't be helpful. And if you are the individual who's not necessarily going to be on site, or you're just one of the individuals who's going to be on site for your company, please help us communicate these things to your coworkers. You're going to be there. Sometimes we try to emphasize these things, but then another employee goes well intentioned, shows up at the office, that kind of thing. So help us pass that information along.
All right, I will go on and talk about our passports. So we have a couple different areas of CareerFest. We have some manufacturing folks, we have some public service, trade, some general healthcare, financial, education. It's a huge, this is the largest, I think, I wasn't at the first one, but this is by far the largest number of companies that we've had in my time. So we are very excited and a little intimidated that everybody's going to fit, but we'll make it happen. So a lot of good things happening. So these little passports, the students are given these passports before they even come in the room, and they're explained to them what they're supposed to do, but I want to explain it to you as well. You guys will receive a little self-inking stamp, and I forgot to bring one over here with me when I came in my office. It's just a little stamp. And when a kid comes up and talks to you about what you do, they don't have to have every square filled in or anything like that by the time they leave, but we do want them to be intentional in talking to people. So you can stamp your area. So education, if they've already talked to an education person and you are another, just put 2 stamps under education. It's fine. This is not the SATs. We're not like worried that much about, we just want the kids to be able to show that they've done some of their work. Somebody is unmuted and I'm not sure who that is. So if you could check and make sure that you're muted, that would be great.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
That's okay. I can do it. I forgot I can do it. So that is a big one. And please return those stamps at the end of the day because they are expensive, and we keep those for next year. And then when you do that, the door prizes that people bring, you can just leave those on your table on Wednesday morning. We will we'll gather those up towards the end of the day, but that way you can point to the kids and say, hey, we're giving away this lovely basket with a blanket in it or something like that. Make sure that you turn your passport in. If you could just help remind the students to turn their passports in as you talk to them, that would be great. Last year we added, I don't think I have a picture of it here, we added the questions on the signs that are on your table. That went really well. We've included that again this year so that kids have a question to ask you. Also on the back of their passport are some other questions. I want to encourage too, last year we got some feedback from some kids that were college bound that this wasn't for them. But we've had some great feedback on that. And we want to really encourage even those kids to practice their interviewing skills, to practice their connections, to make connections. So if a kid comes up and says, well, this isn't for me, to you, say, hey, practice those interviewing skills. You're going to need them. So it's a great way, again, for kids to kind of, even the kids who maybe this isn't the focus of, to get an opportunity to make it a productive day for them as well. We will have some breakfast items and coffee and hot tea in the morning. I'm a tea drinker, so we will definitely have hot tea. And those will be back sort of under the bleachers in the area back there. We leave that stuff out. We have snacks available throughout the day. I just ordered huge bags of candy so that you guys had some candy. Lunch is from Hammond's. They're a box lunch, and I know many of you have requested different vegetarian meals, those different things. Kristen is amazing, and she has tracked all of that and has all of that ordered. To keep things simple this year, we're just going to bring the lunches around to your tables. And if you're there or not there, we'll get everybody their stuff delivered around 11:30. And that way you don't have to leave your table. If you want to get up and leave and go sit somewhere else, I know for myself, sometimes I need to step outside and get a breath of fresh air and just decompress for a minute. You do not have to sit at your table and eat. You can take it wherever you want, but distribution, we think it'll be a little bit easier for that. I think, we want to definitely thank our sponsors. We have more sponsors than ever this year. just showing what a great opportunity CareerFest is for Mercy Health, especially, and Ready Cincinnati, City of Fairfield, Cincinnati Insurance Companies, and the U.S. Army, and then the other smaller ones on the right. All fantastic companies. We're very excited. We have a bunch of new companies this year. So with that, we are at 2:22, and we have a few minutes. Nathaniel, did you have anything you wanted to add? You're muted, Nathaniel.
Well, you told us to mute ourselves, so.
I did. I muted everybody, so.
I don't have any more instructions or anything. Just again, thanks everyone. This is a really great effort for our community. It's obviously for our businesses and for our students. We appreciate the time and commitment. We hope that it provides a near-term tangible result for you, but we know that it may not for every company that participates. So we really appreciate you being there for the kids to help us communicate the stories about careers here in Fairfield and the area.
So did anyone else have any questions that they wanted to throw out? In a few minutes, I will have this recorded session edited. And then when that happens, I will put that up on YouTube for other people who couldn't make it to watch. And you will get a packet of information that goes over what we just went over here as well. So you can share that out to anybody who couldn't be here in your organization. So with that, I don't see any questions in the chat. I don't see any hands raised. All right. I guess that's it. Joe, did you have anything you wanted to throw out before we go? We're good?
Nothing. Looking forward to seeing you all.
Just remember, get in there ahead and get in there before the students. That is so critical. Set up Wednesday from 2 to 5 or 3 to 5. I will be there a little earlier than that. And really important that we are there for the kids. And so thank you. We are super excited. I love this event. It's a long day, but it's a great day. So thank you guys. I will release you and have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Thank you.